Hello, I am Thortrilisk, and welcome to D&D Beyond. This is the official source for pretty much everything. It's currently owned by Wizards of the Coast, as of recently. It has a character creation thing, and I think it's actually really good and really useful if you're new to the game. Or are experiencing the game, and it just simplifies making a character. You don't have to write everything on your paper, it'll do that for you. It's really useful. For free, you can get the standard rules, and then if you want to get the extra books and whatever else, you'll have to pay for that. But I'm just going to run through how to make a character on this app. There's 4 different methods. There's pre-made, where you can just have one that they have ready for you to use. There's quick build. I've never actually used quick build. Not sure totally how it works. Randomize. Now, I used randomize a while ago, and it was trash, and they might have recently changed it, because I did it again recently. Level 5. Create character. And we'll just see what they give me. Okay. Lightfoot Halfling Paladin. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I came to expect. The ability scores are bad and they're not put in the right spots. You definitely want I think you'd want a higher strength or charisma than a constitution. Right? It's not terrible. It would previously, there were some where it made your primary stat that you needed your dump stat. Dang. That is very, very weird. Let's go back to create a character. Now I'm going to show you the standard and just walk you through it real fast and kind of help you understand why I think this is really good. First of all, you can turn on any homebrew content. If you've made some stuff, right, made some items, made some classes, some subclasses, whatever. Actually, it doesn't have a way to make homebrew classes. If you've made homebrew subclasses or whatever, you can turn that on and it'll let you use them. Alright, races. It has a big list of them. It has some from extra things. Let's see. We'll just go with, I'm just randomly going to select an Earth Genasi. Why not? Why not, you know? And then it will tell you, it has this thing here, it's the Earth Genasi details page, which tells you what most Genasi have, right? So if you want to find out the regular things about Genasi, you can find that, and specifically the traits. Right? Constitution score increases by 2, age, alignment, whatever, speed, size, all that. Then character builder, if we go back to here, then it will tell you what specifically the Earth Genasi gets, which is a strength increased by 1. And then it'll tell you about Earth Walk and Merge with Stone. Alright. Now we can move on, and the next thing that it'll have us do is pick a class. If you are doing this at home, I would probably pick your class and then a race, just because I feel like it works better that way, to have your class selected first, and then you can find a race that suits your class better. But then I don't really have a good reason for any of this, we're going to go with a fighter, right? Basic stuff. It tells you your hit points, lets you choose proficiencies, and I'm just going to go through this randomly. I'm not going to make a character. So just to show you the things that this has. And then, sure, we'll just pick that. It'll tell you what it does, right? Whatever one you choose, it'll tell you what it does. Then it tells you about second wind, tells you about all of your abilities in a nice, concise thing where you can close whatever you like. You're like, okay, I know what my hit points are as a fighter because I've played this before. And then you can go up the levels. You can go to level 5 for now, right? You can choose your martial archetype. Because it's only the basic rules, it has one option, the champion, which is kind of the worst option, but that's okay. And then it'll tell you about what that does. If you choose to buy the other books, right? If you buy the player's handbook, it'll have all those subclasses, and same thing for all of the books that have extra stuff like that. Alright, ability score improvement. And then it will allow you to choose either ability score improvement or a feat, right? So ability score improvement. And it will lock you, if you've already put in your ability scores, it will lock you from going over 20. It's really cool. You're like, well, yes, all this stuff is simple. But it's really cool that it allows you to do all these things. And it'll tell you about extra attack. And it tells you, right here, number of attacks increase to 3 when you reach 11th level and to 4 when you reach 20th level. If you're new to the game and you don't have a player's handbook, this can kind of honestly act like your player's handbook. So long as you have a DM who pretty much knows how to play the game. You can use either the standard array, where it gives you a set of numbers to assign anywhere. You can do point by, or you can put them in manually, or it'll even let you roll for them, right? So I could say roll, and it will just let me roll. Wow, I got 18. Holy crap. And this is just I feel like for some reason, whenever you roll with this app, it seems like it always gives you like either something that's really amazing or something that's really terrible. And I mean, you might have to roll several times to get something that's actually fair, assuming you care. Maybe you don't, and you're like, yeah, this is great. I will be an insane fighter with these scores. And you would be. You absolutely would be. Right? You can do that, or you could do point by, right? And it will tell you about just vaguely how the things work. And it's really, really useful for just figuring out the game, you know? Anyways, I really don't need to fill out this whole thing. Then description, it'll let you put your name, and it has suggestions, right? Like Ruby or Boulder, or I can ask for more suggestions. Give me more. Clay, why not? We'll go with Clay. And then you can make a custom background, and it has a configure. You get a name, description if you want it, and then proficiency language choice. Like, it tells you, hey, here's the things you get. It's just, I don't know. I think it's cool that it has a custom background thing, and you can make them by yourself. But this tells you, hey, here's how to not make an overpowered background. Because most backgrounds don't give you very much at all. Or it has some ones for you to pick from. Yes. Folk hero, choosing artisan's tools. It tells me about my background feature, which is the one thing that I never paid attention to it. Except for one time, but that was because I was playing with a custom background where me and my dungeon master had worked together and been like, here would be a cool trait to have. And so I had it, and it was fun. And it was kind of outside what a normal background would have. Advantages of talking to your dungeon master and saying, here's a cool thing I want to do. And he was all over it. He was totally on board. It was a great dungeon master. It was a great game. Okay, equipment. It will have you pick your starting equipment. I don't know. I think this is really cool that there is an app that lets you do this so simply, right? If you're trying to teach someone the game, instead of having them go through all of the steps of building their own character, you can bring them here, and it's just simple. You're like, all right, let's look at races. Which one do you want to pick? And people can look through and look at the art and go, well, what's a genasi? And you'll be like, and it can help you explain stuff. And then when you get to the classes, right? If you look at all the classes, right, they can just have a nice condensed list for these things. And then after we get equipment, sure, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. Hold on. That one. Darn it. That one. Add starting equipment. It'll add it all. Then you can go through and be like, yes, I want to use that. I want to wear that. I want to wield that. Wield that. Wear that. Wield that. Okay. And what you do when you're saying wield it is you basically want to click that for all of them. And then when you view your character sheet, you can either export it to a PDF to print it off, or you can just view it in an app and it will have all the stuff right here. If I'm like, well, I want to know my specific, what can I do with bonus actions? Oh, look at that. What can I do as actions? There's all the possible actions. We can look at attacks. You can look at reactions, right? And just all these things can be super useful. And then, it has this as options, where I can go reaction. Well, what's an opportunity attack? And I can click on it, and it'll tell me what it does. Tell me, like, just give me the rules blurb from it, but I can see that without having to flip through the rules book. So if you either don't have the rules book, or don't want to get the rules book, or you just hate having to climb through it all, not climb through it all, dig through it all, you can just go to here and be like, and this will tell you all of that useful information, right? And then it will tell you all your modifiers, and you don't have to do the math figures out. I mean, it's simple math, but it's nice to not have to do it, right? Or all of your skills, right? If you're proficient in something, it will add your proficiency bonus to it, right? It'll add the fact that you get disadvantage. You can then, for certain things, you can roll them, right? And it'll automatically add your modifier. I just think it works really well, and it has things for long rest, right? Long rest, take long rest, confirm, and it'll give me a long rest. So I think this is a simple website, and if you decided to use the free version and you decide you don't like it and you want to do something else, great. That's the nice thing about it being free. And if you're trying to introduce someone to the game, you get 6 characters with a free subscription, which means you can make all of the players in your party, like if you're the dungeon master, you can have all of the players in your party and you can have their character sheets right here. And then you can update them. And then if they forget to bring them one time, you can show them it and go, hey, here you go. I mean, not show them it, but you can like pull it up and be like, all right, here it is if you have an extra computer or something like that. Very useful stuff. So that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.